What's up, guys? Before this video starts, I want you guys to click that subscribe button for more videos like this. And today we're going to be teaching you how to make a basic website like this with HTML code. If you see, this is the website we're working on. It's top secret. You guys get to know early. And the three websites I'm going to tell you about is Neon Text Generator. No, I mean Cool Text Generator, and that's how I generate my graphics and stuff. Then we have HTML color codes. This is a real good site to pick your colors, and it gives it out in codes. Because if you don't know when you're coding in HTML, you need that. And then there's H3 schools, W3 schools, and what this does is if you uh if there's something you want to do that isn't in this tutorial, I'd recommend checking out here. They have good tutorials on how to do it. But yeah, so now we're gonna get started on making something like this. So the first thing you're gonna need is you can either have Notepad++ or just Notepad normal. Notepad++ is definitely the better one. So now we're going to talk about the setup. So the first thing you're going to want to do is make a new folder, name it whatever you like. It could be called web, and inside that folder make another folder called images. And now I want you to go back into Notepad++ and just hit File, Save As, we'll hit Desktop, then we'll go to Web, and then inside here we'll call this Index, and make sure we put it on Hypertext Markup Language. Where is that? Because if you don't know, that's what HTML stands for, Hypertext Markup Language, and hit Save. So now we have our index file, and now we can get into the basic program. So the first thing I want you guys to do is just type doctype in full capitals like that with the less than sign. Then we're going to do space, lowercase HTML, and then the greater than sign. And that's just basically telling the browser that you want to use HTML. Now, I forgot to say this, but if you at any point you think, oh, you know what, I'd rather start off with a quick starter template, the code for this video will be in the description if you want to just start off with a clean slate. So now I also want you to make an HTML open bracket, which if you don't know what, open tag, if you don't know what that is, that's just a less than, the thing, greater than, then a close tag is where you do less than slash the thing, then greater than. So I want you to do an open and greater than, open and close tags of HTML. Then inside that you want a head, because think of it like a human body, right? Because you have the head, then the body, and all that. You don't have legs and stuff in HTML. That would be weird. So that's that done, and then while we're at it, we might as well put in the body. Easier than doing it later. But the head is one of the most important parts for your site to look half decent, because inside the head we're going to put a style tag. Now, if you want to know what style does, that's what makes it look normal. Otherwise, it will look just like a blank page with some words. And that's really not what you want. And this is just part one of the tutorial series. I'm going to be doing multiple parts, but seeing as that I have limited time, and right now, no intros and outros, yeah, I've just done it how it is. So at the moment, what we're going to do is add in one body style tag, which is like this. It's not like all the other tags. And then underneath that, we're going to put in, click tab, and then to indent it, and then just click hashtag container. And we're going to make one of these too, which is a style tag again. And then in container, we're going to set the width that you want. That's basically how wide it is on screen. You can fiddle around with it a bit, but I just like to keep it at around 400, 450 pixels. Make sure you always write pixels, never forget. And this little symbol here is basically how you close off any CSS things. Because if you don't know, making a website is a mixture between HTML and CSS. So underneath that, we're going to add in some margins. So we'll go margin left, no, margin dash left, sorry, and dot space, and then make this auto, because it's just the simplest way to do it without having to do maths and stuff, I guess. And then we're going to go margin right, do the same things. We don't want it to be looking too different, otherwise it just won't look right. Oh. And boom. I'm also going to do a margin to the roof, if that's just margin top, and that's simply because I don't want it to be like touching the top, because I want to show my logo behind it, right? So I'm going to have it like maybe 100 pixels, and then that's pretty much it, except for one thing. Now if we head back here, just so I can explain something, the background color is very, very important because that changes what color it is, otherwise you won't be able to see it. So right now we're just going to go into background color, and then you want to leave it like this for a second because you're going to need to get your color. So that's where this site comes in, and we can choose the color we want. Maybe we want like a, I don't know, a yellowish box, but usually I'll go for like a grayish, like that, just for the nicer look, maybe grey and red. But you can do whatever color you want, then just copy the code that it gives you and paste, and then just put a close brackets again. So now we can actually head down to the body, and this is when we actually implement it. So we can go div id equals, and then we can go quotation mark containers, it's container, sorry, then we can also do another quotation mark and close that. Oh, and then right underneath it, right, we're gonna need to put another div, a closed div tag like we were doing up there to say that that's when we want it to stop. So all your text that you want to be in the box needs to go in between these two. So if we hit Control S and then we go into our folder and double click this, I just realized something. It's not going to work because it isn't a background image. Whoops. But as you can see in here, if I show you real quick, it's the same in here. You just go container, and this is the code again for container, in case you need to see it twice. Don't know why you would. And I'm just making sure I didn't screw anything up. No, it looks like it's sweet. So now what we're gonna do is we're just gonna add in some text to that. So we can do header 1 for like a main header, which is simple. That's just, I guess, like where you'd put your main title. So we could put, like, if we want our site to be called, let's use for example YouTube, seeing as that's where this is gonna go on, and yeah, that's good. But right now we're gonna look for a good background image. So now say we're making YouTube. So let's just look up YouTube. Yeah, that's definitely how you spell YouTube, isn't it? We're gonna go to search results for YouTube's and images. You can also make your own images, of course, but this is the most important part. Do not skip this part because you need to make sure that the usage rights for not non-commercial reuse, because some of these will make it commercial, labeled for reuse, and that is like all of these we can use now. So I'm gonna get a nice one. Like, I like the look of this. I don't know why, I just like the look of it. So now we're going to save that into our web folder images, and we're going to save this as just say logo. And remember, it's a .jpeg file. Just remember that, because as you can see, it's a JPEG. So now when we go up to body, we can put in there, we can put background. Oh, whoops. I always do that for some reason. And that, and oh my god. We can go background image, URL, thank you, and we'll make it images slash logo dot jpg, and oh, I meant dot jpg, and then we're gonna close it all off like that. And now if I show you, everything should be working fine. I may have to do a bit of troubleshooting, I don't know. Yeah, there we are. But for some reason, I don't know why, but this box is not showing up. I have a feeling that it's because of the color we set. So I might just try off just this, because if you don't know, that's just white. And let's see if that works, because I have no clue. So I'm actually going to open this up new so you guys don't have to keep seeing all my other crap. So we can just, if you want to make it even easier on yourself, just do that. And I like to make the code a little bit smaller on the website so you can see more of the website. So we're just going to go in here, Control S, and then refresh. There we are. So it looked like it was oh, I actually saw what was happening there. But I don't like doing it like that. I think it's much better to just have this like this, and then have your little coding window. So it was the color situation, but I'm gonna make this a lot more wide. I'm probably gonna do the width like somewhere around 1080, so it can look a lot nicer. Maybe even 1200 would be a nice look. Yeah, I like that. See, with this, you could replace it with an image or whatever. Like, I'm probably going to get some more images for up here, but for now, we're going to go through all the different types of paragraphs and headings. So, heading 1 is the biggest heading, and it goes up to 3. Heading 3 is the smallest, so that's like your subheading, your all that stuff. And then, I'm going to quickly teach you guys how to import an image, just in case you need to do that. So, you want to do an img space src equals, and then quotation marks, say your image is that dot blah blah blah, and then just as simple as that. Then underneath that, oh wait, no, sorry, so it's as simple as that. But if I show you an example over here, we can do style just like up here and do a margin, and that way it won't be so far to the left. But that's literally all you need to do, and then you close it off and then you're done, and that's literally an image imported. Now I'm going to go through paragraphs. So paragraphs are just simply like this, and then we can do like maybe hey, this is an HTML site, and then just do a closed paragraph, same as any other closed thing. And yeah, that's your paragraphs done. And then underneath that, maybe we want a list. You get to choose. Okay, there's 2 different types of lists. There's an ordered list, and then there's also an unordered list. So I'm going to show you an example of the ordered list and then the unordered list as well. And whenever you're doing a list item, you always have to do li like this. So we can make number 1 could be me, and then right underneath that we can do li, and this is going to be number 2. So we can make number 2 PewDiePie, because this could be like the most famous YouTubers, and I wish I was the most famous YouTuber, but I'm not. And so that could be PewDiePie, and then underneath there could be like I don't know, like cool dude 101. I don't know who that is. Probably someone out there. And then if I show you this, Control S, and then here, see, it puts in like an ordered list like that. And if you want to make it even better, before we do anything, actually, I see this paragraph and I see it's not really worth being a paragraph at the moment. Whoa, I don't want to do that. It's not worth being a paragraph, so we're going to change it to a header 2. Oh no, it goes up to header 5. Sorry, I was wrong. So we're going to go header 2. And oh, I just duplicated it. So if you don't know what header 2 does, it's just like basically a bigger version. If I show you. Whoa. Did I make it twice on accident? No. Anyway, underneath this, I'm going to show you an example of an unordered list, which you do with just UL and then a closed UL as well. An unordered list could be like maybe you still have to do the li stuff, so it could be like me. You know what? I might just do the same thing for this, so you can see the differences and what would be best suited for your website. So now we can go in here, and these are the 2 different kinds basically. It's got the dot and the 1 2 3. And that's all I really have time for in today's video. I'm hopefully going to do more episodes, so if you like this video, could you please give a like on this video? Hit me up in the comments if you want to buy a website off me or anything like that. Until next video, goodbye!